Twitter. Wow, that's a great time for house audio to go live. Well, I think it's important for everybody to know. ATATA followed me back on Twitter, everybody. I'm really happy about that.
He did a thumbs up to the camera.
Yeah, fantastic. He gave a thumbs up. Now, I would like to believe that was for me, but he was verifying that they're good to start. So we're going to get to Sir Dank ATATA.
All right, game one, guys. We're going to start it on PS2. You know, okay, we got a little taunt to get in here. Again, this is a little unfortunate because it's going to be that Chicago team kill. You know, as it is at a stacked event like this, it is bound to happen. And when it's down to the wire like this, top four, they're bound to run into each other.
Absolutely. Sir Dank running the die trying tag, which is, I mean, just a testament to the exact way that he plays. He's always going to go for something crazy or die trying. And ATATA running the JS tag, just his initials, Jeffrey. I'm not going to dox him today. PK Thunder, going to keep him juggling, gets the up air, takes the stock. We're going to keep running here. ATATA continuing to the juggle off of the stock take. What are we going to convert here? Nothing doing, and Sir Dank can't find it either. ATATA with a quick out of shield option continues the pressure, continues the damage without over-aggressing.
Oh my god, but yeah, that up smash is going to let it rip there.
Die trying.
Exactly. I mean, we've just seen it back to back. And hello, a dare spike for your trebles. Starting off fresh here. So, I mean, we'll see. Dank's got to catch up, though, which he has no problem doing whatsoever. Already even up the game, so.
So fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of these players, I mean, this is the, you know, the Chicagoland New Classic, ATATA versus Sir Dank.
Right.
I think the official set count between these two is 1,000,000 to 999,000, with ATATA being just slightly in the lead. Sir Dank has actually won 3 of the last 5 sets that they've played against each other. So we're going to be seeing if ATATA can swing the previous 5 sets into his favor as he's up a stock.
Yeah, this is pretty much the time for him to, like, redeem himself pretty much here. It's still going to be hanging on to the second stock lead, though. Trying to be a little patient with the recovery here, not to give in to that up smash that Dank, you know, had waiting for him there. Maybe another dare spike? Gonna try to stall it out just a little bit.
No more air dodge back to stage. That's how you get dare spike. He said, I don't care if it's going to take longer and if it's a little bit more risky. I'm doing PK Thunder recoveries for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I will be patient.
Okay, we got an edge guard attempt, and ATATA actually uses a rising up air this time. Yeah, Sir Dank throwing out those crazy options as he is known to do. Although ATATA is one of the better players at punishing missed options from Sir Dank.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And there is again the yo-yo, which is so beautifully done because there's that, you know, ledge hang there. Yo-yo can just kind of sneak around and like hug that corner where it's just perfectly in the way to, you know, send Dank to offstage.
Yeah. So practiced against each other. We're going to be seeing some more like conditioning game, I think, in this set between the two of them. You're going to start seeing a lot of patience, a lot of hard reads, or attempts. I mean, Sir Dank's going to go for hard read attempts no matter what, no matter who he's playing against.
The up smash. We've seen it like time and time again.
But ATATA is one of the players that has a little bit more of a read on it. Second back to PS2. No surprise here. I think Sir Dank could benefit from a different stage, but you know, ATATA's plenty happy, of course, going to this this double platform stage. You can do a lot of fun PK fire movements, and Sir Dank's happy with the length of the stage because it allows him to retreat and use a lot more of the space to force ATATA back and force him to approach.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely imagine we can see like a potential Smashville counter to this, but again, I mean, if it ain't broke, why fix it? So they're just gonna probably stick it out to PS2. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, both of these players are are like pretty creative in their own terms of play style. So it's always nice to see how they change things up or the way that they recover, approach on the offensive, defensive, however it is never the same with these two players. And there is with the edge guard fair into ATATA's favor. So going to be taking that first stock now.
Now, ATATA's going to continue the rampage here. Big combo right here. PK Thunder, just a nice, reliable way to edge guard. But seeing Sir Dank goes high, he says, I'm just going to go to the other side of the stage. I don't need to continue this PK Thunder.
Oh, man. Just the very, like, edge of that yo-yo barely grazed Dank, and he took a little bit percentage for it.
Ooh, just tapped with the back air right there. I like the idea. Oh, okay. He can only down tilt so much, I guess. Oh, not quite catching the scoop in the back throw. That's a good way to whiff punish. And I like that ATATA is choosing to hold down center stage, taking Sir Dank's necessary approach and using it against him. Instead of playing to his own win condition, he says, I will just counter your win condition and suffocate you.
Yeah, I mean, ATATA's pretty much in the driver's seat right now. We've got a 2 stock difference. So there's a lot of hard work to be made here on Dank's end. So back throw and possible follow up here. You gotta play it safe though. So quick little like down air is gonna be fishing for, but yeah, it's just not gonna connect too well here.
Falcon dive. You have to play it patient, and that's not what you want to do, right? When you're 2 stocks down, you don't want to have to keep Falcon diving and staling it out and then eventually taking the stock. You want to take stocks fast. So dash attack's going to take the first one, but I don't know. I'm having trouble seeing Sir Dank turning this one around because it's going to involve such an immense amount of patience that I don't think that we're going to have.
Yeah, and because like ATATA is willing to play that kind of game too. Like he's willing to stall it out and create that distance so much. And the other thing, too, is that both these players, like, love being rushed down. They love getting in your face. So it's going to be a struggle for both of them. So it really depends who just, has a better guard up right now.
Ooh.
And Dank is going to barely survive that right now with 90%.
Sir Dank says, you told me to hit the brakes. I'm just going to hit the gas harder. It's actually upped the octane of this game, and it's working out. ATATA matching last stocks with percent climbing.
I mean, it probably does work. It's working for Dank right now.
Oh, my God.
He's not looking to stop. I honestly believe that he would have killed his sweet spot.
Oh, we found it.
Well, maybe I'm just a mind reader.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It was scripted. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sorry. No, I mean, I just need to apologize to Sir Dank. I showed doubt.
Yeah.
And when you doubt Dank, that's when he's at his strongest.
That's honest. That could be said for both of these players. Because,
that's
again,
true.
like as I said with that Game 5, with Avian and ATATA. I mean, that's just incredible that you come back from such a huge deficit and you're able to make it back within that stock and so quickly.
Yep.
Like, you got to be scared. You're like probably fumbling and like trying to make the right like options, and it's just so hard to figure out in that time.
And Sir Dank was the one that took it this time. So having, again, just put the pedal to the metal, found the Nair 1 into the knee, and ATATA just wasn't ready to respond with a defensive option beforehand. So 1-1 is the game count going into this third game, running it back to PS2. This one being ATATA's choice. Again, plenty happy with the stage. Just Falcon dives. Sir Dank using the options that, you don't normally think of as, peak options for Captain Falcon, but the amount of times that he hits Falcon dive and isn't punished for missed ones I'm in awe.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I honestly can't believe we still let this guy get away up smashing it and up being, like, everywhere. Like,
he gets away with it so much.
he literally just has an infinite amount of get out of jail free cards, and it's insane. Because it works, except for that time.
Yeah, that time, no dice.
No.
ATATA was ready for it, jumped out of the way of the Falcon kick like he knew that's the exact option Dank was going for. Caught it back here to take the stock.
Yeah, and it's honestly another difficult factor that we see against players face when playing Sir Dank is that he is unpredictable. He's unpredictable and he's scary, and he just has a lot of heart with his character. So we're just seeing so much being output here that it's scary. Like, is ATATA going to be able to stop him in time?
Oh my God.
Which we will have to see if he puts a stop here to Dank, or he will be met with his demise. He's looking for that down air spike.
So 100% is just racked up right after ATATA lost a stock, has traded almost nothing back in return, trying to set up their own little action here, but Sir Dank, when he finds the center stage, it's just such a creative way to do that. Catches the PK flash, allows ATATA to get back to stage fairly safely, but the Falcon dive catches the platform. He just finds so many of them. Dash attack, catching ATATA, can't find landing. How do you get back down to the ground? PK Thunder. Oh, that was a great cancel, but I don't know if he was expecting to immediately land into another PK Thunder. Not sure if that was the option that we were looking for here. 168%. A back throw will take it. A gentleman's jab is another way to do it.
Yeah, and with such an advantage point here that Dank has, he can play a little more lax, a little more behind here, and doesn't really have to fish too hard right now, but the opposite could be said for ATATA. He's got to find that way in and what's going to set him up to success to get this game 3, but it's going to be difficult because Dank, again, will not go down without a fight. As we see that down throw into a beautiful little startup of a combo there, and still going to keep going just a little bit, keeping ATATA on his feet there. Another up B comes out to play. No follow-up, though.
Finally finds an air dodge back to Sage. DI out on the Nair 1. Not quite going to be able to connect for Sir Dank. ATATA gets another lease on life, but for how much longer? Even percentages, but a whole stock up. Sir Dank is feeling plenty comfortable, and ATATA's wondering how he's going to take the stock.
Yeah, it's looking really difficult right now. Again, like, Captain Falcon is so elusive and fast. Like, you're trying to kill him, and there it is. Finally, up air is going to do it right now, and again, ATATA is very much in the high percentages, so it's going to be a tough battle to fight through with this much percent. And again, you just don't want Dank to steamroll you here.
Air dodge is back to ledge, trying to get to the center. Reads the roll in with the Falcon dive. How does he keep doing it?
I'm telling you, he gets away with it. Like,
next dash attack will actually probably take the stock, especially if it's towards ledge.
Oh,
165%. Yeah. This is another situation where Gentleman's Jab could be a concern. Back throw could be a concern. So you have to be very careful about what option you choose. You don't want to be in front of him. You could see he was looking for the throw, looking for the back throw. Falcon dive. Next one will take the stock again. Anything, every percentage that ticks up, another option will take a stock. You have to be so careful. Narrowly avoids the dash attack, but now I think even a forward throw will take it.
I think anything will take it at this point,
Yeah.
and that's why ATATA is playing so safe in that corner there.
Top throw,
But
yeah.
He already knew it was just a little too cornered there. It's a cornered animal, could not get out, and now Dank will be having the lead here.
It's fun to see that Sir Dank, chooses patience in advantage, right? Like, chooses to play it slow, play the reliable, like, ledge trap game, play as slow as his opponent wants to by just, swinging at the corner but not trying to fish for anything too aggressive. But only when he's in advantage, right? Like, when he's in disadvantage, or not, I shouldn't say advantage, but when he's in an advantageous position.
Okay.
When he's up a stock, when he's, in a percentage advantage, he's like, let's slow it down. But the second that he's not, he's like, let's create as much chaos as possible to try to throw ATATA onto the back foot. And it seems to be working out.
Yeah, and we're going to be seeing now, finally, a Sage counterpick here going to SBF.
This makes the combos for Ness a little bit more reliable. You have the platform movement is a little bit more reliable with them being closer by. There's a couple of reasons why I could see why you would want a slightly shorter stage as well if you're ATATA. Also, you don't have as high of the lower blast zones, so you're not as susceptible of getting your stock taken by an early spike.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if it
Nothing.
matters, though, for Dank. He's just on the prowl, fishing for all of these up airs and even an up smash, but just barely missing there.
Forward throw, keeping stage positioning. Very nice air dodge. Neutral air dodge drift back to stage. I just can't keep calling out the Falcon dives. I'm just...
I just say up B at this point. I'm too lazy.
No, that's fair. Just waiting for an option and then looking for a Falcon dive out of shield, knowing that Ness's aerial drift is a little bit too much, like he's a little bit too slow of a fast faller to be able to fast fall and like dash away to avoid the Falcon dive. So it's like always going to catch if you choose the correct direction. It's the edge guard situation. Air dodge isn't going to be doing anything. I don't think we have a jump, but how do you deal with this? You just wait it out. Very nice from Sir Dank, but unfortunately, his time was due. ATATA catches a back air to close up that stock and even it up.
Yeah, and I feel we're seeing much more of like a neutral state of the game now than we have seen the past 3 games, just because we're seeing it at the most even it's ever been, without someone with the stock advantage or even Dank with the advantage point, as you mentioned. So we will see if this is the turning point for ATATA. But
He's just mashing Z. He's like, I'm going to grab you. I don't care how many kicks I take to the shins. I can't with him.
Well, neither can ATATA, and he's sent down to his last stock here. We could potentially see a game 5, or if Dank turns it up right now with this last stock, he's going to do his best here to close it out, but a greedy uppy is going to land ATATA some fairs and into a forward throw as well.
Oh, almost set up an edge guard. A high Falcon dive gets Sir Dank back to some amounts of safety as he set up a scramble situation. Who hates scrambles in this matchup? It's ATATA. Sir Dank finds the opening off of that scramble with a jab. Nothing doing on the edge guard, but ledge trapping is exactly where Sir Dank likes to be. I can't believe it.
The one time I actually can't believe he did not get scooped in that up smash.
No. Up air on the edge guard here. Not catching the landing, but the frame trap into the nair.
Okay.
No jump, unfortunately, and neutral air dodge past the ledge. Falcon dive doesn't come out quite quick enough.
Yes.
We've evened it up, 2-2.
Yeah, and game 5, as I called it, I mean, that's just kind of how it goes with these players. It's always just going to go back and forth and really down to the nitty-gritty to, like, game 5. And that's usually how it goes, unless, like, you know, Dank's having a good day, ATATA's having a good day. I mean, they're both just at their peak performance here. And, again, this is top 4, so they're playing at their very best here to aim for that grand finals position.
Yep. Running it back to PS2. Sir Dank, much happier with the stage. Did not enjoy having a smaller stage to deal with, a little bit more claustrophobic, not able to set up his own center stage game plan quite as well. So we're setting it back here. Back air catches the PK fire. As both of these players, you can see, vying for that center stage. And Sir Dank has kind of figured out that ATATA likes it for the sake of denying Sir Dank center stage more than actually playing to his own game plan, because I think ATATA just enjoys probably planking underneath the platforms and then using like those PK fire momentum reverses on top of the platforms to cancel, creating momentum and creating a wall for yourself. So center stage isn't where ATATA wants to be to start advantage, but is happy to be there to deny Sir Dank.
Yeah, most definitely. And, like, the entire stage is just their playground. Like, they do not care what stage it is. They're either, like, both going to just, like, stomp one over one another and just see, like, whoever takes that first kill move. And it's just going to be so defining here. So Dank going to be finding that. But, again, also pretty close to death percentage here. 101%. Calling it a little close here.
Just kind of walked away slowly after getting out of the PK fire. But the back air does even up the stocks. No extra credit for Sir Dank today. Wanted to find a nice little up tilt spike there. Again, any cheesy kill that you can find, and this time almost did find it. I was surprised even on PS2 that didn't come through. Went a little bit too deep looking for the edge guard. Wasn't happy that the up tilt didn't take it quite there. And what's the turnaround here? Down throw. Oh, no guaranteed punish. Now we have it.
Oh, yeah, but no follow-up grab there. A little too greedy, perhaps. But, again, we've got PK Fire on our side. But for Dank, I mean, he's got everything.
No jump.
He's got fair. Got PK.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just not going to save him in time. And it's
Stuffed out
grim
the
now
jump
for
in the center
ATATA.
stage. That was unfortunate.
Yeah.
Dancing around a little bit right here. Sir Dank plenty happy with this very significant stock advantage.
Yeah.
We're going to have to see either a nice edge guard or a couple more interactions, and ATATA's trying to set up the edge guard now. Oh, what a drift from
man.
Sir Dank to keep him in safety, but ATATA still finds a throw off of the next interaction. Sir Dank in disadvantage is crazy.
Oh, yeah, the get-up attack.
timing.
Being able to stop the yo-yo in time. Yo-yo gonna be
There it is.
shield breaking, and there is the PK. Oh, wait,
The PK flash into the back throw guarantees a percentage for the back throw, but honestly, it kind of just felt like it was BM.
why did he do
That felt like bad manners.
He might as well have taunted. Like, I don't understand why we needed to grab. I was so disrespectful.
Sir Dank says, I'm not taking that lying down. Is racked up 111% onto ATATA and is looking to all but just close out this game and this set. ATATA's going to have to find some nice combo starter, maybe a cheeky edge guard or something, because ultimately at this point, if you keep getting the percentage racked up on you, if you keep eating these ledge traps, you're going to be a high enough percentage where, again, anything will take the stock, and then you're scared of everything.
Yeah, and this is just a brutal moment right now for ATATA. We've got the peak negative magnet. We've got a couple grabs in. No more arrows are pushing out. But there it is. Missing the uppy up air. Another one. Do I see it? No.
Did he spot dodge that Falcon dive? It doesn't even matter. Sir Dank actually trades with a back air and finally takes the set 3-2 over ATATA, sending the #1 seed packing at 4th place.
Yeah, and that's just so rough, and especially just well-earned, though, by Dank, and keeping that streak going with the set count, as you mentioned, with, like, you know, the back-to-back games that they've had. But, yeah, that's going to be a very brutal one. Come back from the break, too.